listening, Pardesi TV. Thank you for watching this special episode about immigration with Ms. Chetna Vishav. Today, I'm here with Ms. Chetna Vishav to talk about the aspects of immigration. Welcome, Chetna. Ji.
Thank you, Naomi. A very good evening to you and a very good evening to Pardesi TV viewers.
So, before we start today, Chetna, Ji, can you just introduce yourself?
Sure. So as all of you are already aware, my name is Chetna Vishav. I'm into the field of immigration for more than 9 years now, and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. In my background, I have completed my master's. After that, I did some education in the field of immigration from Housing College, Toronto. Got my license. I'm regulated by ICCRC. I'm a member of ICCRC and CAPIC as well. So currently I'm working through my company, BCA Immigration Services.
So Chetna ji, can you tell us more about your BCA Immigration Services and the services they provide?
Sure. BCA Immigration Services is located in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. The address is 1 Gateway Boulevard. We are in Suite 203, and we offer advice on all immigration matters. We deal with all kinds of immigration, whether it is temporary or permanent. So if somebody wants to come in temporarily, like for student visa, or foreign workers who want to come on work permit, or somebody wants to visit, or parents call their parents on super visa. So we provide all those services, and for all those interested in coming and settling permanently in Canada. So if somebody is seeking to come as a skilled worker or as a tradesperson, or for the students who have come here and now want to settle permanently, or humanitarian and compassionate applications that we have, refugee claims. So all those kind of applications we are dealing with.
So Chetna ji, before we go any further, can you tell us about the most popular immigration program, Express Entry?
Oh yes, absolutely. We cannot not talk about Express Entry when it is an immigration program. So Express Entry is an extremely popular program, and there are reasons why it is popular. One, that it's very transparent. So they just have these factors based on which the grading is done. So that is called comprehensive ranking score. So the CRS, we call it, like as an abbreviation. So the CRS actually is based on age of a person, the language ability of a person, adaptability of a person, the experience that they have, the educational background that they have, and considering all those factors, they are given a score. Mm-hmm. And every 2 weeks, IRCC takes out a draw in which they send invitations to apply for permanent residence to various candidates based on the score that has been selected. The merit has been going very high for this program. And also, Naomi, I would like to share that there are these 3 major programs that basically Express Entry caters to under its umbrella. So Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skilled Trades Program, and Canadian Experience Class. So these 3 programs, if you want to apply for PR, you have to actually go through Express Entry. That's the only way to deal with it. Yeah.
So, talking about the Canadian Experience Class,
yes,
various students who also have work permits also apply for PR under a Canadian Experience Class. So my question is, what are some other services you can provide for students?
Okay. Very good question.
Thank you.
Because we actually work a lot with international students. So right at the onset of their journey, when they apply for student visa, that is where we come in. We offer advice about the programs they can take, and how to take it further in the future. And then once their student visa is approved and they are in Canada, then the next step is if they ever require an extension to their study permit, or if they once they complete their program and they want to apply for post-graduation work permit, so then we help them apply for that. And once they complete their work experience on their work permit, we help them apply for Canadian Experience Class PR under Express Entry. Once they land as PR, they go back home, they get married, and we also help them apply for their spouses and bring them here. And then so many of them also apply for their parents to sponsor them permanently. We help with that. In between, if they want their parents to come, we help with visitor visas, with super visas. So actually there are a lot of services that we provide for international students.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that we know that there are two ways of coming to Canada, both
Yes.
permanently and temporary, do you also help with visitor visa and work permit?
Oh yes, absolutely. So talking of visitor visa, so if anybody wants to visit from their home country, or if there is somebody here and they want to call their family or friends or their parents on super visa, we assist with those applications. We also just make sponsorships. Sometimes they can want to complete their application from overseas, and then they just want a sponsorship letter from us. We also do that. As far as the work permit is concerned, for foreign workers, the work permits can be done based on an employer if they have a job offer from an employer, and the employer job offer is based on LMIA, which is Labor Market Impact Assessment, right? So they have to have a positive labor market impact assessment. So we also help employers get labor market impact assessment if they are looking at hiring a foreign worker. So in that term, like, we do assist with work permits and with visitor visas.
Okay, so what are some of the various programs people can use to become a permanent Canada resident?
Okay, so Canadian permanent residence is something that is very glorious for too many reasons.
Yeah.
People are really looking forward to getting permanent in Canada. So those who are overseas, if they want to come, they have various pathways like skilled worker program that I had mentioned under Express Entry. Then the trades people, if somebody is in trades and then they qualify, but there are, there are those conditions that you have to comply with to qualify. But since that would be very lengthy to explain right now, so I would just keep up with just discussing the main programs that we have. So under Express Entry you can come as a skilled worker, as a tradesperson. If you have come as an international student, you could be getting permanent residence under Canadian Experience class. If you are a foreign worker in Canada, you could still be qualifying under Canadian Experience class. And then some of the other programs that are running, like family sponsorship, spousal sponsorship. So those are some of the pathways. And if nothing of this concerns you and you still really want to come here, and there is a province that you have selected where you want to reside, and there is a program going on for your particular occupation there, you can also take that route and become permanent in Canada.
Wow, so I bet everyone's eager to know more about family sponsorships. Can you elaborate on this topic?
Sure. I'm also sure that everybody is pretty, eager to know more about family sponsorship, because we are already into December, almost the end of December, and soon it will be January. And every January, as all of us are aware, family sponsorship applications are accepted, or at least the forms are available online to fill. Now, the most exciting thing about family sponsorship for 2019 January is that we are expecting 20,000 applications to be taken in, which is quite a number as compared to the 10,000 that was allowed like in January of this year, which is 2018. And then subsequently they had made the number to 17,000. But now in the next January, which is January 2019, it is expected that 20,000 more invitations will be issued. And not only that, it is also a first come first serve now, as opposed to the lottery system that we had in 2018. So that is a very good news for everybody, because if everybody is prompt and proactive, they can definitely get their application in. And on that note, Naomi, I also want to suggest that we have been creating a database for our clients, wherein we are keeping their information ready for the web forms that will be launched shortly. I'm really hoping that they will be launched in the first week of January, if not January 2 itself. So everybody needs to be completely ready with the question that they will have. We do have an estimation of what kind of questions are going to be there, and based on that we have our own database that we are creating. So if anybody wants to sponsor their parents or grandparents, this is the time. Call us now. It's 905-250-0252.
So, speaking of, it's currently wedding season. So, do you know how a Canadian citizen can get a spouse into a Canadian citizenship?
Yeah, sure. Yes, it is the wedding season. So for all those who have gone to get married, are going to get married to their home country, or are expected to go in the future in January maybe, first of all, congratulations, guys. And then those who have not really met with us and have gone to get married, once you're back, do come to us and we will be able to help you with all the paperwork that is necessary. Because Naomi, it's very important that the paperwork is taken care of properly. One, that it speeds up the process, and two, that minimizes delays, and two, that what happens is that if there is a mistake or an error that is there on the application, that takes everything, to a very long wait. So, and then you have to really wait for your spouse to come back, in this country. So that is why it's important. Another very pertinent piece of information that I want to share is, if somebody is a Canadian citizen, they are able to apply for their spousal sponsorship wherever they are. But if somebody is a permanent resident of Canada, then they have to be in Canada to be able to apply for their spouse to come to Canada.
So Chetna ji, since it's almost 2019, what are some of your reflections on this year?
2018 has been a good year, Naomi, in so many ways. The processing times have really been reined in. So we are seeing that the spousal sponsorships, as promised, are now being completed in time frame of 1 year. The express entry has actually been on an express spree, and the speeds have been enormous and very, very fast. The pace of all the applications have actually been very good. Like even family sponsorship for last year, already the medicals are coming in. So I think the pace is very good. So that way, this was a good year. Speaking of express entry, it was a good year in terms that Canada is getting very meritorious immigrants who are capable, who have the right age, who are young, who have language ability, who are very experienced. But at the same time, there are people who have not made it in express entry because the CRS score it just kept on going very, very high. The least that it went down to was 439 as opposed to last year. In the last year, it went to 413 on a minimum in May. But this year, 439 is the least that we have had. And that's why I think there are people out there who are hoping and looking forward to 2019, so that, in 2019, they will be able to either make it or find another pathway to get to Canadian permanent residence somehow.
Yeah. So my question is for right now, what kind of major changes can we expect in the new year in terms of immigration services?
Mm-hmm. So there are a few changes already happening. So they are expanding their biometrics for now. December 31st, I think there are many more countries who will have to take biometrics. As opposed to before, when they did not have to. So they are bringing visitor visas and work permits under that gambit too. So that is one change that we are expecting on December 31st. Then in 2019, like I have already said, family sponsorship, it's a big change. The number of applications that are being accepted is like much more than it has ever been. The other thing that is there is that it is a first come first serve program. So basically you don't really have to see that it is random and then it is a lottery and that you'll be in or not. If you're proactive, probably you will be in. Those are some of the changes. And besides that, I don't think there will be a number of big changes that we are looking at, because spousal has already undergone changes in 2018 and it has become pretty efficient, as we are seeing. Family sponsorship has become pretty efficient. So I don't really see a lot of quick changes happening, like very big changes. But yes, provincial nominee programs keep getting updated. Even their lists of occupations keeps getting updated for like each of the provinces. So yes, there I do feel that some of the changes will be there. The provincial nomination programs will keep getting better for like entrepreneurs, investors, and the skilled workers. So that is what the expectations are.
Well, thank you so much, Chetna ji, for joining us on this special edition of the show on immigration. I hope our viewers take a lot from this edition. And if you have any further questions, you can contact Chetna ji directly at 905-250-0252. The address for VCA Immigration Services is 1 Gateway Boulevard, Suite 203, Brampton, Ontario, Canada. You can also visit their website at www.vcaimmigration.com or mail your questions and queries regarding information at info@vcaimmigration.com. Thank you again, Chetna ji. I wish you all a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Wish you a very happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you. हेलो, मेरा नाम चेतना विशव है। मैं सर्टिफाइड कैनेडियन इमिग्रेशन कंसल्टेंट हाँ। मेरा ऑफिस BCA इमिग्रेशन सर्विसेज हर तरह दियां इमिग्रेशन दियां सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करता है। एक्सप्रैस एंट्री, फैमिली स्पॉन्सरशिप, स्पाउसल स्पॉन्सरशिप, विजिटर वीज़ा, सुपर वीज़ा, इन्हां दी कोई भी किसी भी तरह का तुहाडा सवाल है तो तुसीं सानू संपर्क कर सकते हो। मेरा ऑफिस 1 गेटवे बुलेवार्ड, स्वीट 203 विच है ते साडा फोन नंबर है 9052500252 905 250 0252।
Yeah.